Are you lifting up or are you tearing down another Black woman? This is for Black women in toxic jobs. This is a follow up, a really brief follow up to a video that I did before about workplace bullies who are Black women who apparently are not aware they are a workplace bully. Okay, so I just want to ask you some questions, self reflection, to really reflect on if you are engaging in behaviors that is stepping down on another Black woman. Because my mission is to lift up as many Black women as I can. My business name, Lifting as We Climb Consulting. I'm trying to lift up as many Black women as I can as I'm on this healing journey from a toxic job. So I'm asking you, sis, to self-reflect. The reason I'm asking you this is that I'm getting various comments to my videos or people emailing me, and I don't know if they think that they're being positive, but they are putting other Black women down. And I'm not okay with that, okay? I've gotten some emails or people are saying negative comments about my guests. I don't know what you want me to do about that. That's negative. That's putting other people down, okay? So I just want to ask you some questions, okay, in terms of if you are lifting people up or are you stepping down on them in terms of other Black women, okay? So just reflect, self-reflect on that. So I have some story times for you. Just some brief story times. I'm on my way to the airport. Some brief story times so you can self-reflect. So when I was at the toxic job, there were Black women whom I was cool with. Um, didn't really think that they were like my deep, close friends, but I was cool with them. And they would talk to me in private, or we would have small groups and talk about what was going on at the job and all that stuff. And, they would, say things about the job. However, I was the one who stood up and spoke out about things that were wrong about the job. And I did it in a professional way, but I spoke up about those things. And what they saw happen to me, and which may be happening to you at your toxic job, is that the job is a whole system of dysfunction. They protect one another. So anybody who steps out of line or who questions the system will be punished many times, will be punished. There will be a push out of that person. There will be an attempt to, you know, um, uh, put shade on their credibility. I call it psychological lynching. It's a way to discredit you and to humiliate you. That is exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. So I'm speaking about this because the Black women that I was cool with witnessed this. And that's a way that organizations keep people in line, is that they make an example out of that person who speaks up and speaks out. That was me. Okay. And even though I was seen at the job as the Harriet Tubman, people would call me that. I proudly said that I was that, which is disturbing because that shows you how toxic that job was. So they saw me, they saw what happened to me, and I think they were very scared. I think they were very scared about what was going to happen to them. So what happened with many of them is that they just faded back in the background. So they saw these people, these workplace bullies and her minions, they saw them coming for me, okay? They saw that I was demoted. They saw that people were saying negative things about me, even though my work countered any of that negative stuff because I was doing up and above, never a negative job evaluation, never ever, okay? So they saw that, and I think they were scared. And what they did was they pulled back from me. So they didn't even, so when I was going through all that stuff, not a phone call, not a text, not anything. Just, hey sis, we know you're going through a lot. We see they're coming for you. And I never expected not one of them to stand in solidarity with me to fight these people because I was on a mission. I was like, I'm gonna fight these people because I knew I was on my way out, right? So I knew that in some degree that they were scared because I knew that they were not in a position or they had not made a decision that they wanted to leave. But I knew I had to go. But what I'm saying to you is that not one of them was there to support me. Not one of them. You know, there were some who did. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. There were some who did. The majority did not. Please disregard that. Some of them did, okay? And I appreciate them, okay? But the vast majority of them did not. They did not say, hey, sis, I hear you. I'm here to support you. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Nothing. It was nothing, okay? Silence speaks volumes. So that was an example for me telling you, story time, that when you're in a toxic job and you might start doing things and you know it's time to go, that you will lose people in the process. You will lose them, okay? They may have been, you know, part of your life for a season, and I harbor no ill will towards any of these black women. I really don't. I really don't. I wish them well. I do want to say this. I wish them well, and I am in a much better place physically, psychologically, spiritually, financially. I'm in a much better place. But I also want to say to those black women who were not really there for me to support me, who, again, silence, nothing. Radio silence, nothing, okay? I also want to say to those black women that even though I harbor no ill will towards you at all, I cannot hold space for those black women who are now coming back around to me and they see how I'm doing now and they want to connect to me again. They want to go out to lunch. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. It's painful for me. Okay, it's painful. I can't do it. So that's an example. Another example I want to share very briefly, again, I need to go to the airport soon, is there was one particular black woman, my glasses are getting foggy, I'm sorry. So there was one particular black woman at the job. So she knew, again, a lot of them knew they saw what was happening to me. And when I was in the middle of it, like the middle, it was really bad. So they had demoted me with no clear reason, lies, you can look through the lies, okay, lies. And she said to me, and I'm a very private person, so for her to say this to me, she said, word on the street is if they cut your position, what are you going to do? Okay? So again, I'm already down, and she's stepping on me. Okay? Please don't do that, sis. Please don't do that. Use some discernment in how you communicate, with other black women if you know that she's struggling with something, okay? So I'm going to tell 2 more story times, okay? So this story time is more general. It's not about the toxic job. So anyway, I went to this Pilates class. So I started doing Pilates. I love it. It's great. So I went to this Pilates class, and there was a black woman teaching. And it's very rare for me to go to Pilates, and they have a black woman teacher. So I was excited. So came to her class, and I when I saw her, I took her class the first time. I was like, ooh, I like her. I'm gonna increase my membership so I can go to where she teaches too. I liked her that much. Coming to the class, and again, I'm pretty new to Pilates, but keep in mind in Pilates, the teachers come around, they help you. There's never an issue throughout the whole class. I always see them helping people in the Pilates classes, right? So I couldn't understand some of the things that she was saying. And so, I clearly looked like I was confused. I raised my hand like a good student, and I didn't know. And she said in front of the class, I can't help you. You got to figure it out. I was like, okay. So I'm looking at the people beside me. I'm trying to figure it out. And then there was something else that happened, and I'm really trying to figure it out. I'm like trying to figure out how to do this thing. All I wanted her to do was just tell me, do I put my leg here? What do I do with my arm? That's it. I didn't want her to come over and do anything for me. I just wanted her to tell me what to do. So then she comes over, and in front of the class, she says, this is an advanced class, and if you can't keep up, then maybe this is not the class for you. And, because I can't come over and do things for you. I was like, whoa, okay, sis. Like, I'm just asking where my leg goes. I didn't tell you, help me put my leg over here. And I didn't do any of that. So I said, okay, I have to talk to her. I have to talk to her. So after class, um, before I can get to her, she starts up again. This is an advanced class, and maybe you should practice at home first, and blah, blah, blah. I said, I was not expecting you to come over to help me. I'm just asking you simple questions. Or I just had to say that. But that was another example of not lifting up. It was something so easy, and that's your job. Okay? But I want to end on this. I want to end on an example. I've had so many examples. Those are just some examples of people stepping down. But I have far more examples of Black women lifting me up. Thank God for that. Thank God for that, okay? So recently, and I'm in Palm Springs right now because I was booked to do a retreat for Black women. And this is just a small example of how we can lift each other up. So I was about to present, and one of the Black women that I was going to be presenting to, she tapped me, and like she wanted to whisper to me. She said, "Sis, I just want to tell you have lipstick on your teeth." I was like, "Thank you, sis." Something that small. That's how we can lift each other up. It doesn't have to be some major thing. But number one, if we know that one of us is going through some times of difficulties, let us lift her up. Let us not step on her. Let us not abandon her. Let us not ghost her. Let us not do that, okay? Do things, small things, that you can lift another sister up. That's all I want to say. Okay, so I'm signing off. I'm on my way to the airport. Okay, see you later. Bye.